Hello, I'm Lori Gann Smith, costume designer at Nashville Repertory Theater. And today in our career snapshots, we're talking with Emily Irene Peck, who is our rentals manager at Nashville Rep. And I'm going to let her explain sort of what that is. So, Emily?
Yeah, I am Emily. I'm the rentals manager at Nashville Rep. What I do is I manage our prop and costume rental stocks. So after we have a show, we take the costumes and the props or the furniture we use in that show and put them back in a stock so that we can use them again later. And you don't use everything for each show, so we have huge collections of prop and costumes that we rent out to other community members for use in plays and musicals, as well as film, television, um, photo shoots, events, and things like that.
So, can you give us some information about what kind of skills are needed for your job and what kind of things you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so on a day-to-day basis, I am meeting with renters. I am taking them through our prop and costume stocks and helping them find what they need for the productions that they're doing. I'm also completing paperwork that includes invoices, quotes, running payments, doing scheduling emails with people. And I'm also helping maintain our prop and costume stocks. So that's repairing, costumes, repairing, doing simple repairs on furniture and props, as well as doing dry cleaning, doing laundry, things like that. So as far as skills go, I think it's helpful to, be a little bit of a people person, being able to communicate with people, being able to multitask, switch gears, being able to keep track of multiple projects at once. I think it's helpful to have a little bit of a knowledge of history as it pertains to clothing and to like furniture styles, although I don't know if that's totally necessary. And I also think it's helpful to have some like sewing skills and like rudimentary repair skills.
So, what are some of the challenges you've faced in this position?
What I find challenging sometimes is keeping track of everything in our different stocks when they're out and when they're coming back in. That's a huge part of the job, being able to keep a handle on all of that, as well as scheduling with renters, communicating over email, making sure not to double schedule and things like that.
What are some of the rewards of this job?
I find it really rewarding to help people fulfill their like artistic visions. Sometimes people will come in with a broad idea of what they're looking for or what they need for a proper costume, and being able to help them figure out what it is more exactly that they're looking for, I find very rewarding.
So, Emily, what kind of education is necessary for this position?
Personally, I do have a theater degree. I have a bachelor's degree in theater design and production. I don't think that's completely necessary to work in the field. I think you could work in this type of position if you'd worked in theater previously through, either in costumes or in props or even elsewhere. So while I do have a degree, I don't think it's a requirement.
And what kind of student would you encourage to like check out this kind of work or career?
I think if you're interested in the arts or in theater specifically, this would be a good this is a good position to really understand like how theaters operate. So I would encourage students who are interested in theater generally to look into this type of job, but also people who can multitask, who can communicate with other people well, I think would be suited to this type of job.
And we should mention not every theater has a rental program.
Yes.
Some theaters do, some theaters don't. We just happen to have 36 years of stock that we can rent out for our rentals program.
Yeah.
So, where would you send students if they want to learn more about rentals and more about rentals programs and those sorts of things?
Yeah. Well, you just mentioned that not every theater has a rentals program, but I do think a lot of regional theaters do. It's not uncommon. So I'd say if there's a regional theater in your area or even not in your area, just looking at the websites of different theaters, if they have rental programs, that would be listed on their website, and they'd have information about that on their website. And if they were hiring in that area, that would be listed on their careers page. So I think that would be a good place to start.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lori.